Spider-Man Brand New Day photos reveal first look at Sadie Sink on set. Possible spoilers. So yeah guys, we have some pretty massive updates coming out of the Brand New Day set. Not only do we have Sadie Sink, but we also have the Hulk Mark Ruffalo himself, both appearing on set this week. We're going to jump into these set leaks, take a look at these images, because it's pretty exciting stuff. But before we do that, we're just going to read a bit of details about what's going on set, just so we can get some better context before we start looking at those images. So this comes to us from Comic Book Movie. Okay, we're not going to read the entire article here, we're just going to read the parts that are most important here, I think. So, Sink, who has not dyed her hair natural red, appears to be wearing camo combats and a pair of army-style boots. Rumors have pointed to the Whale actress playing a number of different characters, including X-Men's Jean Grey, Mary Jane Watson, Gwen Stacy, and even Mayday Parker. And while all of these remain possibilities, we'd say there's a decent chance that Sink has been cast as Frank Castle, played by John Bernthal, Mysteria's female partner. So it looks like we could have a mini female Punisher on our hands here, which is pretty interesting. Could it be his kind of apprentice? That would be interesting. Maybe his daughter, maybe a relative or something like that. So far, only official trade reporter details about Sink's character that have been disclosed are that she's playing a sharp and free-spirited woman who has a mysterious past. Whoever Sink is playing, we've heard that there is some kind of big twist relating to this character that the studio is doing its best to keep under wraps. This could explain why there are so many conflicting reports out there. It wouldn't be the first time a studio leaked false character details to throw off scoops after all. Yeah, I mean, that makes absolute sense. Put out a fake narrative to throw people off the scent of who Sadie Sink is actually playing. So, with that bit of detail down, let's go over and start taking a look at these brand new set leaks. So, jumping over here to X, this comes to us from Unbox PhD. By the way, if you want to follow Unbox PhD, he's a fantastic person to follow here on X. Gets a lot of leaks from a lot of different movie sets. A really great person to follow if you're into movie news. So, we have this first image here, not related to Sadie Sink, but it's still from the Spider-Man set. So, Spider-Man Brand New Day filming. So, we have this amazing picture here of Spider-Man. Looks like he's swinging through the city. We see him from behind. He's held up by a rig. Obviously, during the movie, those ropes are going to be obviously phased out. They're not going to be there. But a really cool picture, just seeing Spider-Man in midair like that. Really, really cool. Okay, so let's move on here. Tom Holland continues filming for Spider-Man Brand New Day. So another picture of Tom Holland there in his Spider-Man suit, just looking at him through the bars there. Unfortunately, that bike's kind of blocking the view, which is annoying. But still a great shot of the costume. I love the bigger spider on the costume. I've always wanted that bigger spider, the more Andrew Garfield looking spider that he has on his costume. And I'm so glad Tom Holland's now got it on his costume. I hated the small spider, you know, from the Tom Holland costume. But I think this looks so much better. Okay, yeah, so a really cool picture there. He's holding on to this this rope here. Looks like it's going to lift him into the air, potentially. Okay, let's keep going. So this is where we get into this first leaked image of Sadie Sink here. So, exclusive, Sadie Sink seen on Spider-Man film set for the first time. So, this is where it gets really, really interesting. So, we can see her there. She's got this big Parker jacket on, and it looks like she's pretty cold. And we've got Daniel Destin Cretton. I believe that's the director on this movie. He was the one who did Shang-Chi, the Shang-Chi movie. And we have Sadie Sink there, and we can see she's got combat boots, and we can see the camo print trousers underneath this big jacket that she's wearing, which is pretty cool. Let's just see what some of the comments are here. Camo pants and boots, interesting choice. Never imagined Mary Jane with this look before. Is she playing Gwen? Good, now where's the Punisher? Yeah, she's definitely playing Screwball. Thank you for doing God's work. We've been waiting months for a pic. Yeah, so there's no one with a definitive answer as to who she's playing or anything like that. But it's a really cool picture to see her on set. But apart from those trousers and the boots, I mean, we really don't know. There's so many different guesses out there as to who she could be playing. But whoever she's going to be playing, I'm sure she's going to do a fantastic job. And maybe it's going to leak out at some point. We'll have to update the channel if that information does in fact come out. Okay, so with that down, let's move on to this. Spider-Man Brand New Day set photos reveal bloodied Bruce Banner. Female villain also spotted, question mark. Okay, so like the last article, we're not going to read the entire thing here. We'll just read some of it. So, you'll see below, Bruce is looking more than a little worse for wear as he appears to have suffered several wounds to his head. We'll get to those images in just a minute. Much has been said about the Spider-Man Brand New Day introducing a savage Hulk, so perhaps he's unable to transform at this stage. Another photo that's receiving quite a bit of attention on social media featured a mysterious character for many fans speculating it could be the movie's unknown female villain. However, given that this isn't a recognisable actress, we're inclined to believe she's an extra. Finally, we have our first look at Lisa Zaya's character, whoever that is, widely believed to be Jean DeWolf, alongside the Wallcrawler. This appears to be from filming that took place a few weeks ago, not this past weekend. Okay, so with that down, let's start jumping into these X posts. So, again from Unbox PhD, Mark Ruffalo, aka the Hulk, seen on Spider-Man set Brand New Day. On the set of Spider-Man Brand New Day, that's what I meant. Getting my tongue twisted there. So, there he is. I mean, we can't really see a whole lot there because the car's taking up kind of like half of the screen. But we can see him, he's got this green hood up and we can see him there. He's got his glasses on. Looks like he's holding his hand up to his face. And it looks like there's like blood or bruising on his face there. So it does definitely look like he's kind of worse for wear, like he's been in a fight of some sort. Someone says, is this current? Mark Ruffalo kind of looks like Clayface here. Yeah, I mean, you can see the resemblance, of course. They're both kind of bloodied and bruised there. That Clayface movie, just to go off on a tangent, I cannot wait for Clayface, man. A body horror set in the DCU. It's going to be so fantastic. But anyway, that's I'll go on about that all day if I start talking about Clayface. Okay, so that's our first look at Mark Ruffalo there. Let's keep going. So, Mark Ruffalo, aka the Hulk, again on Spider-Man Brand New Day. So there he is again, a better picture this time, in between some crew members. And again, with the green kind of hooded jacket, the glasses, and we can clearly see he's got bruising and blood and stains on his face. So who knows what's been going on here. Maybe he got into a fight, but he failed to transform into the Hulk. Maybe he was going to transform into the Hulk during the fight, but for some reason it didn't work and he ended up getting beaten up. That could be a possibility, but pretty cool to see Mark Ruffalo there. Okay, moving on. Any idea who this could be? Spider-Man Brand New Day filming. Okay, so we do have this woman here. A lot of people are speculating she could be a female villain or she could just be an actress. Like I said in the article, she's an unknown actress. So I don't think she'd be playing any major big role here because they would get a known actress to do that, I think, if it was a major female villain. So it could just be an extra. It could be a henchman of the female villain. Kind of like a side villain. We just don't know. If the leaks are true, this is Silvermane. Is this at Peter Parker's college or MIT? Madam Web actually accurate, maybe. The main villain. Clearly Victoria Newman trying. I think this is actually Jean DeWolf. Looks like Haricia to me. Betty Ross, the real Aunt May. I dead ass thought it was Zendaya. What? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people making jokes and stuff, but we honestly don't know who this person is. I mean, Silvermane, that's an interesting theory for sure. But guys, jump into the comment section, let me know who you think that this might be. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on that. Okay, and up finally, we have this picture here. First look at Lisa Zaya's, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, on the set of Spider-Man Brand New Day. So we have a picture here of Spidey in his magnificent new suit. And we have Lisa Zaya's here. Again, we don't know who this person is playing, so there's a lot of speculation in these pictures. Wait, was it announced who she is playing? They look deep in conversation. She's ready for this movie to come out. Yeah, definitely not Miles Morales. Is this the woman from The Bear? You all said Miles Morales. I think she's playing a police. I think she's playing a small role. She's probably playing a detective. Yeah, I mean, she could just be a generic police officer or a detective here. No major big role. This could, like it says here, could be a detective. But again, guys, jump into the comment section. You see this actress playing this character. Do you have any insights as to who it may be? Or do you have any theories or speculation that you would like to throw out? If so, jump into the comment section. But with that down, guys, that kind of brings us to the end of this week's exciting updates of set leaks here when it comes to Mark Ruffalo and when it comes to Sadie Sink. Obviously, there's Sadie Sink again in her jacket with her camo trousers and boots. And Mark Ruffalo there on set, again, with a green hoodie and a kind of bloody and bruised face. So what exactly do you think is going on here? Who do you think Sadie Sink is playing? And what do you think has happened to Mark Ruffalo here on the set? Do you think he's been beaten up or got into a fight? Whatever your theories are, guys, jump into the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, comments, and opinions on these set leaks, and let me know how excited you are for the upcoming Spider-Man brand new day. Would love to hear your thoughts, as always. Thanks so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber of the channel to help the content and the channel. I would really appreciate that. But most importantly, please, guys, make sure you hit the notification button so you don't miss out on any future movie news updates coming to the channel. You don't want to miss that exciting content. And with all that down, I will see you in the next video.